What's going on, Magnum Militia? We are here. I am the Icon G with 4.5 marks. And let me tell you, the double featured. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness. We're coming off of the end of the double feature here, Valentine's Day weekend, with Magnum Wrestling bringing us No Love Lost here tonight. The go home for Weekend X Strifes Volume 4, baby. 4.5 marks, Volume 4. Love it. The year of fours. Let's do it. Make sure you like, you comment, you share, subscribe. We just got done with that match, doing all the cleanup here, and Weekend of Strife Volume 4 is looking really, really nice, guys. Really nice. Nice little bow they threw on it. March 21st. Make sure you get your tickets. They are on sale now while supplies last. Simpletix.com/Magnum Wrestling, and you'll be able to find what tickets are available. I think front row is going quick. I think we may have, last time I checked, was maybe a couple tickets here or there. But, yeah, get them while you can, guys. It will be at the Relevant Center. It will not be at the German American Society Hall. So just know, change of venue. It's going to be nice. It's been a great venue. We've done it there a couple times with Weekend of Stripes and Over the Top recently. Yeah. So it's going to be great. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay up to speed with all of Magnum Wrestling, with all the social medias. While you're at it, follow your boys. Follow the marks. We can give you some of that more goodness, some of that seasoning, some of that. But let's get into it. No Love Lost. It's crazy. We have a continuation from Hearts on Fire, which we'll get into. You know, Sadie facing off against Tori Fox, which those matches were decided yesterday to see how tonight was going to go for that Hellcat division. But we'll go on the first match of the night. We started with a barn burner. We started off with a fatal four-way to showcase the wrestlers that will be in the ladder match at Weekend X Strifes. We're talking about Leon King, Teddy Mercury, Johnny Corso, and Rollo Snow. These guys brought their A game. It was just chaos. Bodies are everywhere. Everybody doing their damage, doing their work, getting their stuff. And they were taking opportunities. They weren't given. They were taken in this matchup. And that's exactly what happened when Leon King took the win and got the big momentum push going into Weekend X Strifes Volume 4. Move on to the next match. We had the Hellcat Championship. Last night, Tori Fox cashed in her ticket for this matchup, beating Nixie XS and Ashton Alexander to qualify and become the newly crowned #1 contender. And then Sadie Bell was able to go through hell and back with Shazza McKenzie and retain her Hellcat Championship. So tonight, both these women were working back-to-back shows. So I'm sure exhaustion was setting in on them. But hey, show goes on. You want that belt, you better fight for it. And that's what Tori Fox and Sadie Bell were fighting for. And man, they call her Scream Queen. Tori Fox is called the Scream Queen. And I understand why she's the Scream Queen. And they had a beautiful, great showing by these two here. But Sadie Bell was able to retain the belt, hitting her patented face buster 1, 2, 3. All she wrote. Sadie Bell now, we've seen in some of the promo packages here from tonight's show, and a competitor from Hearts on Fire might be cashing in her ticket for Weekend at Strifes in Blair Onyx. So we'll wait to see. Make sure you follow up in all the social medias to stay up to speed with what the heck's going on there. But stay tuned. It's going to get good. Move on to the next match. Actually, excuse me, this wasn't a match. It was an announcement. Jay Fowler comes out after retiring Alan Shepard. He's talking about how he was able to end the career. He was about to also retire himself, which was crazy, actually. Wild of us to say that Jay Fowler, a traveled wrestler, to also follow suit and hang up the boots. But who comes out? Nino Hatchet, saying, no. If you're going to put up the boots, we have some unfinished business. And it's very true. This would have been a main event for last year's Weekend at Strifes, but due to injury, Nino Hatchet was not cleared to wrestle. So we didn't have that match. We didn't get that match. And I think now we might be getting it now, because now it looks like we might be running that back. And the match that never happened is going to happen a year later. So Nino Hatchet, Jay Fowler, scheduled for Weekend at Strifes Volume 4, March 21st. So that was beautiful. Move on to the next match. We had the Magnum Wrestling Tag Team Champions. We had Country Air, Zach Hendricks, Doc Simmons taking on the Young Guns, Drake Holloway and Drelly Carter. Man, these guys, Country Air is so good. We're talking about 15 tag titles in their 8-year span as wrestlers. These guys hit the ring around the rosy, which is the arm wrench, back and forth. They've won a 36-32 tag tournament. And so these guys have accolades on them, taking on Young Guns. And Young Guns, I'm telling you, I said this on commentary, with how much potential, how much talent this tag team has, they would rather cut corners and take the easy way out to win. And that's exactly what they did here. They cut corners and took the win out of the Country Air, who honestly 3 years ago were supposed to face the Crucible because of injury. They were not able, medically cleared either, to wrestle. But I'd love to see Country Air back. That was a great match by Country Air and the Young Guns. So can't wait to see them run it again. And we'll see what happens. Moving on to the next match, we came back from intermission and we had a fatal four-way. We had 2 fatal four-ways tonight because he was showcasing all the competitors in that ladder match at Weekend of Strifes. We talked about Shane Hollister, Uriah Upton, Knox Caulfield, and Ringo the Clown. These 4 guys also brought their A game. We had to keep our heads on a swivel. Like, these guys were brawling outside, diving, the misdirection, the back and forth. Dude, we're talking about a tombstone from Shane Hollister to Knox Caulfield, where they landed straight on Uriah Upton. And unfortunately, I mean, Shane Hollister picked up the win here, 1, 2, 3. But man, this match was crazy. Can't wait to see what that ladder match turns out to be. It's going to be chaotic, guys. Stay tuned for more. We move on to the next segment. We had actually the dog collar contract signing between once longest reigning tag team, Magnum Wrestling Tag Team Champions, now bitter enemies. We're talking about the continued explosion of the Crucible in Brixton Nash and Jameson McGregor. Brixton Nash talking, getting ready to sign, says that Jameson was too dumb in the Crucible, that Brixton had to carry him because he just couldn't understand. And then Jameson said he talked too much. Getting ready to sign the contracts, and Brixton just nails Jameson in the face with that beer that Jameson was drinking, and then proceeds to use the chain and bust Jameson open. Holy moly, blood everywhere. Logan Davis, the owner of Magnum Wrestling, was actually in the ring for the contract signing. He got out as soon as he could. He got the hell out of Dodge. And then he used the pen to sign in Jameson's blood the contract for the dog collar match. This match has gotten personal to personal. Like, man, this is all, hopefully we get to an ending, but I don't think this rivalry will not end until one of these guys either leaves Magnum or is gone or dies. Like, something extreme has to happen for these two not to fight each other on sight. And we'll see what Weekend of Strifes Volume 4 brings to us. Move on to the next match. We had the Top Gun Championship match on the line. Jackson King taking on Red Wing. Red Wing just literally came out the fouling house and said, hey, I never won this belt. I want it. So here we go. And what happened here? Jackson King was fighting an uphill battle, and the uphill battle was just Red Wing country. And he was quicker, don't get me wrong, but as soon as Red Wing had his hands on Jackson King, he was over. But what happened here is we had a little bit of a screwy finish because, yes, the winner of that ladder match at Weekend of Strifes gets an opportunity at the Top Gun Championship. And so we had Leon King come out to distract Red Wing. We had everybody come out. We had, like, the ladder match greatest hits. What happened here is once we got a disqualification finish, because Jackson King used the belt, and actually Jackson King was jumped, and the match was thrown out, unfortunately. We had a brawl ensue. Jackson King was military pressed by Jackson King to a brawling, like, 7 or 8 other competitors. And then it was just insane. And then Shane Hollister comes out and takes out Red Wing, showboats and goes running. Red Wing was pissed. Red Wing's face was as red as his gear. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how Red Wing plays. If Red Wing plays a part in that ladder match next month. Move on to our main event here. We have Alvin Falcone taking on Mike Bennett for the Magnum Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, Alvin Falcone is with Joe DeSanti, and we have referee Dexter Daniels there with us. He was not shy in calling the match down the middle, calling Alvin Falcone out on his BS, calling him out when he tries to get the easy way out. And boy, we had that tonight. Mike Bennett just kept getting cut off. Joe DeSanti pissed off Mike Bennett by bringing up Maria. Mike Bennett was going beeline for him at the beginning of the match, but Alvin Falcone cut him off, and they were just brawling outside. You were getting your money's worth if you were there live, guys. You were getting your money's worth. And then we had just cut off after cut off, and eventually Alvin Falcone was able to pick up the win through nefarious means, using the belt and winning. And then, man, I hate that we have to call Falcone our heavyweight champion. Like, don't get me wrong, it makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. I'm just waiting for somebody to take that belt off him. I'm just waiting for it. I can't wait. So make sure you guys buy your tickets. Forgot to mention, we had Brandon Nitro at the end of the night come out and actually make his claim for the Magnum Heavyweight Champion, saying, you guys have something that is mine. So next month at Weekend of Strifes, we have the championship on the line between Alvin Falcone and Brandon Nitro. This all can come to a close between these two, and we can finally close this chapter and figure out who the real champion is going to be. But that's a whole month from now. We had amazing action here tonight, guys. Make sure you stay tuned. Find out more of what's been going on. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned for more of that Mark goodness. It's not you jive-ass turkey. And if that chick bounces, so do you.